Hey, what's going on, guys? Tony here, CCxRC, and today on the bench we have this really cool exotic RC car. It is a 1/32 scale proportional steering and throttle car. It looks a lot like the Tamiya Mini racers with these little wheels on here, and those were the cars that went in the lake, almost like slot cars, but they had the little rows that they stayed in, and they didn't have steering. They just kind of drove, and you're just using throttle control, and there were jumps and everything. It was really cool, but this actually does both. This could be run like a Mini-Z, or it could be run like the Mini cars by Tamiya. So really slick setup that they've done here. This is by Xotik. Now, they reached out to me in the beginning, just in all honesty and being upfront with you guys. They did send this to me, but at the beginning, they kind of offered it to me, and I was kind of like, I'll pass. You know, I was looking at the bodies, and I thought, you know, these are small cars. It's probably something like I've done before with some of these other, you know, little ones that I've gotten from overseas to review, and they're okay, but they don't really stack up to like the Kyosho or Tamiya or some of the other team associated. Anyway, I saw them on RC Driver, and I said, oh, okay, these are a little bit cooler than I thought they were. And I went back to them and said, hey, I was wrong. If you're still willing, I'd like to check one out. And boy, am I glad I did. I'll tell you what, you guys, this little thing is fun. So they cost $80. There's 3 different options. You can do the semi-truck like I chose. There's a buggy, and there is a like a spaceship-y looking body. It's very Japanese. In fact, it's called the Manga Spirit, and manga is like their comic book style books that they do in Japan. And so it definitely has that vibe going on from like Tamiya, Kyosho. But it's really cool. And so I'll tell you what happened with this, you guys. Basically, I've been trying to unbox it for a month. My table's been covered with builds I've been doing. This is really the first time I'm getting it cleared up and able to do one. But I was going to Hobbytown before I had time to actually do this. So I took this up there and ran it on their little Mini-Z track, and it was awesome. So we get it out of the box, and it's got a little bit of charge on it. I want to do a quick test of it. I put 2 AAA batteries. They go into the bottom of the controller here. Just whoop, pops right out. And this is actually quality. I like the way the controller feels. It does feel kind of like a pistol grip, like it should. Trigger feels good. And the best part is where this wheel sits. Being lowered and over your thumb like this, it just feels so good to drive it. Very responsive remote control. There's only a couple settings on it. We'll go over those real quick. You got steering trims on the top and a power button. However, if you hold in the throttle and turn it on, you see it's flashing. Then if you use your trims, it'll flash different. This is your drag brake adjustment. That just went 4 times. 5 times. Now it doesn't cycle through. This is forward, this is back. 4, that'd be 40%. You can do 10 to 50%. I'm gonna leave it at 30. So I'm now at 30% drag brake on this thing. Turn it back off. Lots of cool stuff in the manual. You should look at it. These are very upgradable, things like that. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. You can open these up. You can swap out the battery. It does have a rechargeable LiPo battery. It is a 1-cell battery with a 300 milliamp hour capacity. So it's 3.7 volts at 300 milliamp hour. It has a proportional servo. It has a motor, 130 size motor in here. And a lot of that is accessible. You can buy new gears. You can change the amount of tow that you want with these little 2 included, +1 and -1. And basically they sit underneath the wheels here. You can see it right. You can see it right here where it kind of locks in the wheel. And then you change this, and the length of it changes, and it either puts the wheels toe in or toe out. So that's something that you can do with these. It does have these wheels, as I mentioned before, and these wheels do help it ride against the wall, act as a bumper. And I really like that about it, because the hard bodies of, say, like the Kyosho Mini-Z. My kids destroyed those, cracked them, busted off fins. This is a Lexan body, and it's got these protectors, which is nice. So to get the body off, in the back there's this little twist piece here, and you can just twist it with your hand and then pull it off like so, and then the body will just come off. It does latch in the front. You can see a nice little paint job, and the way it captures there, it just basically makes two pieces that this slides over and captures it. Underneath you can see the chassis. You've got your antenna wire, you've got your servo lead right there that goes in, and underneath this plate is 3 screws will get you in, and you can change out the battery under there. In the back is your motor, the bottom down here, and then it's also got a little gear in there that you can uncover like I just did. So it's very clever, and you can buy spare wheels. In fact, it does come with a second set of wheels included with it, which is really nice. But it's quick. It handles really well. There aren't any shocks or anything other than just having a little bit of movement in the wheel, but it's not like spring-loaded, really, I don't think. Not really. It just moves and gives it room to have a little bit of forgiveness there. But meant to be run on like the Mini-Z style tracks, the little foam type ones that you can get, smooth surfaces. It can go on carpet, certain thicknesses. We got it out, and I was checking how much battery life there was in it, and it threw it down on the floor and drove it around on our hardwood floors. And it can slide around like almost drifting. And but the main thing is the cat thought it was really cool and started chasing it. So it's like a cat toy as well if you want it to be. Took it up to Hobbytown, ran it on the Mini-Z track, and it handles really good. Had one of the workers there, one of my buddies, Josh, run it as well, and so I could film it. And he had it dialed in pretty good right from the get-go. He does a lot of the Mini-Z stuff as well. I liked it so much, and I thought it would be so much fun with my boys. Like I said, they did send me this one, and I asked for this semi-truck because I thought, we do a lot of truck type stuff on this channel. They'd want to see a truck if they're going to see these at all. However, I liked it so much, I had them order me the Manga Spirit one because I wanted to be able to race them with my boys. I do want to find out a way to rig this up with the power to positive, negative, get a transmitter or the little the lap counter, I guess, the Kyosho, and see if we can get that wired up so we can actually get lap times and stuff like that and actually race them. So that'll be the next thing. Hopefully they'll come out with some clear bodies that we can paint. If not, we can just spray over this if we want, and that'll be fine. But I'm really impressed with this thing, to say the least, guys. I was blown away. The quality of it, steering, pretty great. One of the things that I did do too is it's a rechargeable 1C battery. I just used my phone charger, USB, and plugged it straight into the bottom of the car on my way there and charged it all up. So as you can see when I do this, turn the car off. You can see it glowing right there. It is charging the battery right now. And so I just threw this on the front seat next to me, charged away. So we'll flip this on really quick and just kind of show you how smooth the steering is. You'll see it in some of the other video that I've been playing throughout it here. But definitely just very controllable car. Very responsive. Pretty good tight steering with it too. Whoa. I was trying to make it burn out here real quick. There we go. Anyway, I definitely think these are cool, guys. It would be something fun to get to run around in the house, play around with. If you have a Mini-Z track, might be something if you can see if you can get some friends up there running them, racing them. But definitely cool. The semi-truck is still my favorite. We do have the Manga one coming. But yeah, 130 size motor, 1C LiPo battery included, rechargeable right in here, easy. You can actually open it up, you can remove it, like I said, you can replace the battery. or if you wanted to have a spare already charged, you can open it up, you know, 3 screws. It's not a big deal to get in there and change it out if you want to. You can Velcro them in instead of sticky tape them. There's a lot of possibilities for these guys. And like I said, I was impressed enough. I put another one on order for me and my boys to run them. So that's saying something, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys are having fun RC, and let me know what you think about these down in the comments below. But I think they've got a pretty cool little truck on it. Again, it's Xotik Xotik. If you want to search and see some other stuff on it, check out Greg's video over at RC Driver. Always really awesome content from him. Very thorough, very in-depth. The guy knows his stuff. I just like to play with toys. That's why I do YouTube. And, you know, this is something cool. So we try and be as honest as we can, guys. Like I said, we got it for free. I thought it was cool enough. I bought another one. So anyway, hope you guys have fun RCing. We'll catch you next time.